You feel okay, but you're health conscious, so you want to know your numbers. Well, your blood pressure is normal, but your total cholesterol level is above the threshold of what's considered healthy. That is, it's above 5 millimolar. Oh dear. Officially, you're a heart attack waiting to happen. You must get your cholesterol level down stat. Now, for most, this means a prescription of a statin. Since the statin blocks your body's ability to make cholesterol, total cholesterol levels drop, and everyone breathes a collective sigh of relief. You've dodged the risk of a potentially fatal cardiovascular event. But have you? A team of Norwegian researchers think not. And worse, you might have actually increased your risk of dying of something else, especially if you are a woman. Ouch. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we take a careful look at those cholesterol numbers. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. In the mid-1990s, the majority of the residents of Nord-Trøndelag County in Norway agreed to be part of a big health study known as the Hunt 2 study. Ultimately, 52,087 healthy adults between the ages of 20 and 74 years signed up for the study. Between August 1995 and June 1997, each participant had their blood pressure checked, donated a vial of blood to have their total serum cholesterol level checked, and recorded their smoking status. Then they went about their business, living and dying. 10 years down the line, the team accessed the Norwegian death registry to count the living and the dead. And in the case of the dead, what they had died of. Now, the number they were interested in was the mortality rate per 1,000 person years. Maybe you're thinking, the what? Yes, it is an odd number to look at, but it's a way to quantify risks. Bear in mind, most of the people in this study would still be alive and kicking at the 10-year mark because, well, they were relatively young, less than 75 years, and healthy at the start of the study. So, what was the risk of dying of heart disease? Well, here is a look at the data. Green boxes are good, red boxes are bad, and big numbers are bad. It's not too hard to see. There were a lot more green boxes in the under 60s. Unfortunately, you can't stop the clock ticking. So, what else can you do to avoid being a red box? Well, being male was definitely a negative, and they say women are the weaker sex. Smoking cigarettes created red boxes on steroids. Nothing new here. And you do need to watch that blood pressure. A blood pressure higher than 140 millimeters of mercury is a red box, especially if you are male. This also makes sense. The more pressure in the pipes, the greater the likelihood of a blowout. But what about high cholesterol? The red box is not where it's supposed to be. High serum cholesterol is supposed to be a heart attack waiting to happen. But in this study, the risk of dying from a cardiovascular disease was marginally higher. when cholesterol levels were low and blood pressure was normal. Actually, when the team looked at the risk of dying, period, rather than just the risk of dying from cardiovascular disease, an interesting trend emerged. The people with the lowest cholesterol levels were more vulnerable. That is, they were more likely to die. This was especially noticeable in ladies. It seems high cholesterol is not a fatal disease. In fact, the team concluded both low, less than 5.5 millimolar, and high, greater than 7 millimolar levels of cholesterol were problematic. Which begs the question, why is a cholesterol level less than 5 millimolar considered optimum? Politics? Economics? Ignorance? I suspect it is a little of all three. What does it mean for you? Well, stop and think. Your cholesterol numbers need to be just right. And the just right number, if you don't have high blood pressure, is somewhere between 5 and 7 millimolars. It's not 4 millimolar. If you have a low cholesterol number and your doctor is very happy, realize your body might not be as happy with the situation. Cholesterol does stuff. Its most notable jobs, it's used to make steroid hormones, which include estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, aldosterone, and cortisone. It also makes vitamin D and bile acids, and it stabilizes membranes. This research concluded the dangers of cholesterol should be revised. This is especially true for women, for whom moderately elevated cholesterol levels, by current standards, may prove to not only be harmless, but even beneficial. Fight the right battles. High insulin and high sugar are heart disease makers. Candy flossing is a good place to start. Click on the link to learn more and begin the journey today to creating better body chemistry and better health. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone with high cholesterol? Share this video with them so they can assess whether they really have a cholesterol problem or not. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.